based on my someday goal, what's the one thing I can do in the next 5 years that's going to help get me closer to that someday goal? Okay, so let's say someday I want to own 10 laundromats. Okay, if someday I want to own 10 laundromats in the next 5 years, maybe my goal in the next 5 years is to get 4 laundromats that are all netting $7,000 a month or more. Right, so I want to try to do that in the next 5 years. Get 4 laundromats netting $7,000 a month. Right, that 5-year goal is going to get me where I need to go to get to that someday goal, because it's not going to be a linear growth, right? It's going to be a little bit of that hockey stick growth. Once I've got 3 or 4 laundromats that are humming on all cylinders, it's going to be quicker and easier to add more to my portfolio if that's my one goal, if that's my one thing, my someday goal. Okay, so on your 5-year goal, based on my someday goal, what's the one thing I can do in the next 5 years to help get me to that someday goal? Okay, so once you have that, then you're going to step down again and you say 1-year goal. You say, based on my 5-year goal, what's the one thing I can do this year to help make sure I'm on target to hit my 5-year goal? Okay, so based on that 5-year goal, what can I do this year? So maybe this year I want to get one. I want to get 1 laundromat, and I want to, make sure it's cash flow positive. That's my goal, right? I can spend next year, optimizing it more and getting, growing my portfolio. But this year, my goal is get one on the books under my belt and make sure it's cash flow positive, right? So again, this is an example. Do this for yourself. Okay, so now you've got your someday goal, your 5-year goal, your 1-year goal. 1 year is still a long ways away, so you jump down to your quarterly goal. Okay, and based on your 1-year goal, what's the one thing I can do this quarter to make sure I'm on track to achieve my 1-year goal? Okay, so that's going to depend on where you are in your process, right? Maybe this quarter you're in your first quarter of that first year, and maybe your goal is, I want to reach out to 15 brokers. I want to send out 100 letters, and I want to practice analyzing 1,000 deals or whatever, right? And you can do that. And if you do those things, the likelihood that you're going to find 1 or 2 that you could put under contract, pretty high. Okay, so you can see that if I hit that goal the first quarter, I've got 3 more quarters to actually get one under contract and make sure it's cash flow positive. Okay, now we're going to step down and say, what is our monthly goal? And the question is based on my quarterly goal. What's something I can do this month? What's one thing I can do this month to help make sure I'm on pace for my quarterly goal, right? And maybe it's getting in touch with, 5 brokers and sending out 250 letters and analyzing 250 deals or whatever. Where I think it was 100 letters, right? So maybe 25 letters, not 250, right? Or whatever the numbers are, right? To make sure that I'm on pace. And then you say, okay, what's my weekly goal? And I think you can see where this is going. What's my weekly goal? Based on my monthly goal, what can I do? What's the one thing I can do this week to make sure that I'm on track for my monthly goal? Then step down to the daily goal. What do I need to make sure that I am doing every day to make sure I'm on track to hit my weekly goal, so that I'm on track to hit my monthly goal, so that I'm on track to hit my quarterly goal, so that I'm on track to get my yearly goal, so that I'm on track to hit my 5-year goal, so that I'm on track to hit my someday goal. Okay, and I want to pause there for a second because that's not the end of it, but I want to pause there. In those daily goals, start merging into what we call habits. Okay, and our habits are so important. The habits that we have are so important into making us who we are as people, but also into helping turn us into who we want to be, both as people and who we want our businesses to be. So those habits are very important.